Hello to all of you. This is E-Girl. If you're new to the podcast and by the end of our episode you enjoy it, do consider following E-Girl's Magic Thoughts podcast. Now, let's begin. What is NVS? Narcissist Victim Syndrome is a term used to side effects of narcissist abuse. It's not considered a mental health condition, but it does have a serious, long-lasting impact on mental health. The victim feels like he or she had a perfect relationship in the beginning, but when the person does something that the narcissist doesn't like, then you lose their favor. This also happens when you have narcissist parents. They use tactics like gaslighting and silence treatment, and that's when the victim suffers mentally because now they are confused, asking themselves what they did wrong. You even question your own sanity. And it's sad because when the victim cuts ties with the narcissist, they continue asking themselves this. The victim feels like they are walking on eggshells. The victim will have a feeling of avoiding anything that makes them relive that particular trauma. It can be a person, place, or activities that threat the victim. The victim feels like constantly worrying and being careful with what they say or do around people because that was how they used to behave when they were around their abuser. And even when they aren't around the abuser, the victim still repeats this pattern of being careful because they feel like they are being watched by the abuser. And most of the time they are. On Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Pinterest, any social media you have, they 100% of the time they are being watched by their abuser. And it's a horrible feeling. And even when the abuser already has a new victim, it takes a long time to let go of the old victims because in their minds, they think they are the center of the world and that everything the victim says or does is a message to them. Yes, pretty frustrating and annoying. The victim often becomes anxious and introverted, and all this is due to fear. The victim acts out of fear. So, in a matter of relations or marriage ending with the NPD abuser, he or she will twist the victim's version words to try and get to others. So they can feel sorry for them. They will tell the victim's family that they only have the best intentions for you. Crazy. The victim also gets to feel isolated and vulnerable when nobody listens to you and believes the abuser's words. Then the victim feels lonely and is more vulnerable for attacks from the abuser. The victim loses trust. They question their own identity. The victim finds it hard to make decisions. But to all the victims out there, remember this. You are now a survivor, and to heal from the damage the narcissist caused, we must admit that we were fooled and that the thing they taken from us was our innocence. We didn't believe such people so vile exist. Don't take the shame the narcissist should be feeling. Don't let them project that on you. That's their way to shut you up about their dirty deeds. Don't let them mesmerize you. Forever look behind the mask. Again, you're a survivor. If you happen to like or enjoy the podcast, please follow so you won't miss future episodes.